Hello friends, I'm Larry with Rides Done Right, and I'm at OMRRA Round 6 on Saturday, and I'm with some guys from Turn 3, Jeff Toevs and Darrell Gore. Good to see both you guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Larry.
And this will be fun with Mike. So, we're going to talk about 600 Novice, but we're going to start off right off the bat. You guys wound up podium for 600 Sportsman, and let's take a look at the footage from the awards for that.
Next up, we've got 600 Sportsmen, sponsored by S&W Underground. In third place, Bike 119, Adolfo Valdovinos. In second place, Bike 789, Darrell Gore. And in first place, Bike 727, Jeffrey Toevs.
I'd like to thank all the corner worker and volunteers, as well as all the board members who put countless hours in to make this happen for us. Thank you. Number one, personally, my pit crew right here, slinging tire warmers, changing tires, and being all around great pit crew. Thank you, buddy. And to my Turn 3 racing, without you guys, without Pierce breaking out, and I think David Wright breaking out, I wouldn't be here. So thank you guys.
Yeah, I just want to thank David Wright and Pierce Lutz for breaking out and letting me be up here. So I want to thank my wife and my daughter, who's wearing a wonderful unicorn dress, and Rides Done Right, and my buddies at Turn 3 Racing, and thank all the corner workers and the volunteers. So thanks.
So you guys both wound up getting on the podium there. I guess some would say the hard way, some would say the easy way, but I did watch the race, and it was a good race, so congrats on that. And let's focus on 600 Novice, because you guys are in a tight battle. You and Pierce sitting there going through first and second. And by the way, Darrell, you're in fourth, aren't you, for the championship right now? Or
Third now. Yeah.
So third now. That's the key there.
Yeah. Well, I was down by 3 points, and all it took is this race, and I think I'm up by quite a few now.
Well, I can say that watching practice earlier with you today, and I came over and actually talked to you about this, yep. You had it going on in practice. And did you feel that all day today?
Oh, yeah. I just worked on my entrances, and it actually cleaned up a lot of things for me where everything else felt smooth. So I dropped time, and I felt comfortable. So it was a good day. I mean, it really was. Well,
you sure carried it over to 600 Novice, and you did, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit when we recap, but you did what you usually do, which is you stay with the guys really tight, especially at the first, but the difference today that I saw was you kept them in a line of sight really for the whole race.
My goal was to keep them in sight at the finish rather than actually just seeing them first lap, second lap. I wanted to see them at the finish, and I did that. So it was a good day. I had one mistake that gave them a huge gap on me, which I didn't make up at all, but I was able to see them at the end of the race, which was by hands better than I've done all year. So
how was your track time today? Did you do a personal best?
I did. I think what I've told last was I did a 14.6, and my previous personal best was a 15.1. So yeah, it was a good day.
Congrats on that. So that worked out good.
Thank you.
Well, Jeff, I think let's talk about your track time first for today. You did tie your personal best today, didn't you, in this race?
I did 13.3.
So you ran consistent today, and what we do know going into this is that we heard there's some Pierce yesterday that he had run a new personal best that was a 14.1.
He did.
And so we knew going into today with you guys 1 and 2 in that battle that you were going to be battling because we knew Pierce was going to be faster.
Oh yeah, no, he was definitely shooting for 12s after he had some suspension work done to his bike. So I was a little worried about him. I was like, it's definitely going to be a battle. And we gritted up, and we came off the line, and my main focus was just trying to nail the launch. And I thought I did until Darrell blew by me, and I knew I did something wrong, or Darrell did something really right, and he did do something really right, and he nailed it, and he was behind Pierce, and I was able to get Darrell on the back straight, and then I started just following Pierce, and I knew Darrell was right behind me. So I felt we were in a good 1-2-3 position, and I knew Darrell was running really. He figured something out, and he broke through another barrier, and I was expecting him to be just challenging me everywhere, but I think he was being a little bit nicer than he wanted to be. So it was a good race. There was a handful of exchanges, and it's definitely the closest race I'd ever raced. Me and Pierce were shoulder to shoulder through the back straight, and it was intense.
You know, this would be a hard race to think about. You know, usually we want to try and call out that one thing that happened in the race that was, you know, that changed everything. And last time we did an interview with you, it was when Andrew Lane had the mishap in 4, and you guys both got by him, and you had a clear shot last lap. You just mowed down and went off for the win. This race was absolutely not that way. You were in the lead, and then Pierce would get in the lead, and it would be stretched out a little bit, and then you'd make it back up. It was just crazy.
Yeah, no, Pierce definitely made me work a lot today. We were exchanging positions a lot. He would get me into 1, he'd get me into 4. I'd get him on the back straight, get him into 7, and then when on the 8th lap, I passed him for the final time into 7, and I was just trying to focus on just staying out in front. And unbeknownst to me, he was chasing me hard, and that's where he got his personal best of a 1:12.9. So he was cooking, trying to make up that ground and trying to get around me. So and I was coming down that front straight, going for the checkered flag, looking at my peripheral, waiting for him to come out of my draft and just pass me. But luckily, I had enough room to where I got the checkered before he did.
Do you know how close the race was? I mean, it looked. I was standing on the start-finish line, and it looked like you guys came across actually pretty close.
I have no idea. I just crossed the checkered, and I was just thankful. I was just like, I'm so glad this race is over, because I'm exhausted, I'm pooped, and I'm just tired of Pierce.
So let's talk about the standings. And so, have you already looked at the points then and figured out? We know that you were like 6 points behind going into today.
Yeah.
So, do you know where you're at now?
I'm 1 point down now. So tomorrow, Sunday's race is going to be really interesting, because I know Pierce has a lot of confidence that is well deserved since he ran that 1:12. So he is going to be gunning for me. So I'm going to try not to act scared in front of him. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing it. If you guys have not been out to OMRRA to watch the races this year, this was one of really several really good races today, and you guys need to come out here for $10. There's just no excuse. Full reign of the track, so come out and see these guys and keep watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Next up, we've got Novice 600, sponsored by Bits and Pieces. In 3rd place, bike 789, Darrell Gore. In 2nd place, bike 722, Pierce Lutz. And in 1st place, bike 727, Jeffrey Toevs.
Again, corner workers, volunteers, board members, everyone who puts this thing together, thank you. To my teammates, slow down. That's it, slow down.
I guess I want to start with the race. Holy cow. I got a good launch, and all of a sudden Jeff is there, and I'm used to seeing Jeff maybe towards like lap 7 when he shows up, but not off the bat. And so that just, it was pushing us both to just greater and greater speeds. That was some of the most intense racing for 10 laps that I've ever done here. So just kudos to Jeff for going out there, and just we were making clean passes all around. As far as people I'd like to thank, the corner workers and volunteers. Obviously, you guys come out here, and I don't know how you guys do what you do as often and as long as you do it. So thank you very much. I'd like to thank my family and my girlfriend for coming out and being a complete pit crew. Definitely would be way more exhausted and probably not even able to do this without them. I'd like to thank my teammates once again, and then Larry with Rise Done Right. And all my other sponsors. Lastly, Barry, I'd like to thank you for working on suspension on Friday. We got it dialed in, and that was awesome. Let me do what I was able to do today. New personal best, 1:12.9. So.
Yeah, I just want to thank all the corner workers again, and all the volunteers and the OMRRA board. Thanks for making this possible. Even though we're in the baby novice group, it was definitely the funnest and closest race I've ever had, and had a lot of butt puckering moments for me. So I'd like to thank my wife, my teammates at turn 3, and rides in right. And can I get an applause for my daughter for wearing a unicorn dress? Thanks, everybody.